vez na história do canal que nós 6 nos debruçamos muito para pensar na nova identidade visual. A gente ficou quase um mês trabalhando nisso. Então foi bem legal. E a abertura, gente, vocês vão ver que a abertura nova tá sensacional. Realmente a abertura a gente vai ser
mais de um mês, né?
É, mais de um mês, né? Nossa, a abertura nova, cara, tá linda, linda demais. E aí a gente teve a ideia de fazer o ícone, né, tipo Baxter Boys, BXT, porque ele tá com os nomes todos, AX, JCK, porque é como se fosse um...
sugerir isso, né? Alguém sugeriu isso, né? E aí eu não lembro de quem foi o BXT.
Fui eu.
O primeiro Alex colocou BTS, que é o que ele tava ouvindo, e a gente falou, não, né? Esse já tem. BXT,
só pra avisar, os incêndios aqui formamos uma banda, que é a banda BXT, isso aqui é a arte, a pele do grupo da bateria, tá? Então toda festa a gente vai estar lá tocando.
E todo mundo toca baixo, por isso que é baixistas. Mas ó, essa é a ideia dessa frase aqui, Omni Sumus em inglês.
Eu realmente acho uma hora pesquisando coisas latinas para conseguir pensar numa. Porque eu queria. Aí eu descobri a frase, somos todos alguma coisa. E aí eu meti o somos todos Beatles, que é uma das marcas do canal. E assim, essa fonte é a mesma fonte do logotipo, pode ela tá diferente, mas é a mesma fonte que eu usei no Baxter Boys. E isso aí vai passar a ser o nosso ícone, né? Vai ser a negócio que a gente
Vai ser difícil, hein?
Enfim, temos muitos planos para isso.
Dá um sorriso.
Acho que ficou bem legal. E assim, né? Eu fui
sonoro, né, Mauro?
É
sonoro, né? Musical.
Eu fui coagido a usar cores aí, um certo desenho para fazer sucesso, sabe? Tipo, eu tava querendo um negócio mais azul claro, né?
Eu pensando melhor essas coisas. Eu pensando que surgiu um refrão lá Jackson 5, BXT.
Só agradecer minha esposa, mandou 10 reais pra gente, falou parabéns, não sei quanto vocês se dedicaram ao longo desses anos pra entregar melhor conteúdo pensando em cada membro deste canal. Obrigado, obrigado. Mas vamos lá. Momento Coca-Cola derrubada no chinelo de todo dentro, Vai lá.
O que tem de próximo aí?
Deixa eu ver aqui. Aqui tem as variações, né?
Olá, pessoal.
Pronto. Calma aí, aqui é a Kreia. Ok. O droid? Não. Não, mano.
Another visitor? You must be here to join in the plunder of the old Jedi Enclave. You have to see Administrator Adari first. You're one of the salvagers, right? Your ship looks banged up enough to be part of that lot. You look different. Then who are you? The only recent
Well.
visitors we've had on Dantooine have been salvagers and a slew of mercenaries. Jedi are nothing to joke about in these parts. Their secret enclave caused a lot of hardship for us during the war. Obviously haven't been here recently. You really are, aren't you? Haven't you caused enough trouble here? Most of us would be just as glad if your kind never came back, and the rest would just as soon see you killed. With the exchange bounty on Jedi, it'd be smart to keep your identity secret. Just don't add to our troubles. Do what you need to do and leave Dantooine. Then don't come back. Our world is on the verge of collapse because of you. Fallen Jedi killed many friends and family around here. Dealing with the exchange is just as bad. If you don't mind, I'm busy.
Hum. Tá. No Hard City. É, tem um gato aqui do meu lado, né?
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours. I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy. Yeah, they're a pretty secretive race. I heard that some of their kind become Jedi, but a Sith? That's a new one. I'm not sure how you go about killing one. It'd be tricky. I heard they had a colony on the Midrim, almost halfway between Onderon and Dantooine. Then, it wasn't there anymore. The whole planet was wiped out. Nothing left alive. No one knows why. Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
Oxi. Cadê a nossa Sith? Aqui é a Kreia. Ué, mais só. Não. Aqui eu saio. Não. Aqui, famosa.
My life for yours. I am able to serve. If we enter battle, I will fight and die alongside you. I felt you, heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it. I serve my master. I am an emissary, a scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature, of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know, and that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why. I will answer what I can, but my answers may prove useless to you. I am not familiar with the place you speak of. My master has not entered Republic space for some time, but there are others who may move more freely, who may have been responsible for such an act of destruction.
Nihilus.
There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same. The death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet darkness that pursues you. I will answer what My people once had the power to perceive events, to see through the Force. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the abilities of others to see as well. My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full extent of the perceptions of my people. My master, he has crippled me. I have seen the galaxy as it truly is, and it has left its mark. It is not something I can explain, but the words are difficult. I only ask that you understand. I will answer what I can. My master did not cause the end of the planet you speak of. There are many factions within this. Where one moves, they believe you are the... I will answer what I can. It is not something I speak of. The homeworld is no longer, and that is all. I will answer what I can. My life for yours. I serve my master. My master would... There is little my... You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he travels. Until he calls for me. Even if I could lead you to my master, I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready. If I bring you before my master, untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me, and I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter. I cannot, I will not. I would die first, and gladly, to preserve you, untouched, unharmed. Now that I have found you, I cannot sacrifice what I have found. You will meet my master. It is inevitable. I have seen it. And when you stand before him and realize what you face, you must be prepared. Until then, I must protect you, help you, until you are ready. There's a greatness in you. A greatness that does not stem from the Force. It stems from who you are. And if my master does not understand you, cannot see you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. But if you seek to survive, then you must understand why this is so. There is much I see my master cannot. I fear it is because of my nature, the nature of my race. My people spend their lives seeing the galaxy, the energy streaming off stars, the growth of life, all things touched by the Force. Growth of life. All. It is not a subject which I have spoken of since its destruction. It was not a thing done with machines or weapons.
Força.
The Force is far more terrible, and it touches more lives than any machine can hope to slay. For everyone that feels the Force, strongly, deeply, each one feels and perceives it in their own way. You have strengths, whether you know it or not. And my master has his. His power is great, and it comes from hunger. He is a wound in the Force, more presence than flesh.
Nihilus.
And in his wake, life dies, sacrificing itself to his hunger. And those who feel the Force strongly are beacons to his hunger. My people, my planet, would have been attacked in time. It was inevitable. Yet we could do nothing about it. The Jedi, the last council of the Jedi, came to our world to meet in secret. They hoped that perhaps among our people, they could achieve the clarity to see what was striking them from the darkness of the galaxy. They succeeded, but only in bringing him from the outer regions. And Qatar, with my kind, with the Jedi upon its surface, could no longer be ignored. And my people died, and the Jedi died, and there was no one left, only me. They hoped to see the threat that had been stalking them, and they did. But they were unprepared for the magnitude of the threat. He cannot deny his hunger for long. And any gathering of Jedi is something he cannot long resist. And now that the Jedi are vanishing, I do not know what will happen. Perhaps he will grow strong enough to eradicate all life, merely with his presence.
Gente.
I will answer what my master did not. There are many where one moves, they believe you. I will answer what I can. I am not familiar, but there are other. There are many factions with where one moves, they believe you are. I will answer what my people once had the power. That sight may matter. My sight has been my master. When he showed me my world, showed it to me as it is. It hurt. And since that moment, it has been difficult to perceive the Force as I once did. But after traveling with you, I feel that perhaps there was a gift in it, hidden beneath the pain. Only when one suffers do certain truths become evident, both of the galaxy and of the self. And I feel you are an example of this. It is difficult to explain. I will answer what.
Não tem influência pra isso.
Forgive me, but before you go, I must ask. Why do you do this? Why do you seek to help me? Teach me. You must not do this. I cannot allow you to weaken yourself for me. So you say, but it is not something I have observed or seen. I remember little of my homeworld before I entered my master's service. It is not as it was. There is little left of such memories, or the planet itself. It is not a subject which I have. The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits, dead in space. But nothing lives on its surface. It echoes, but there's no one left to hear it. I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died. To see everything around you extinguished. It was as if I was blinded. It was as if the Force had been bled from the world. I imagine there are worse deaths, worse pain. But if there are, I do not know them. I was the only living thing remaining on the planet of Qatar. And my life, my agony, was a flicker in the darkness that was the planet. All that I had been connected to had been severed. I still wonder what would have happened if I had died with the others. If perhaps there would have been some way to hide my presence from the galaxy. If only I had not felt that pain, that loss, as strongly as I did. But it could not be done. When the life was bled from the planet, and yet somehow I remained. My master came for me. He walked upon the surface of my dead world. And there, lying in the bodies of my race, he took me for his own. And he made me see. And for the first time, I saw the galaxy. And I wished to die. To this galaxy, my world, absent the currents and spectrums of the Force, was nothing but crude matter, rock, flesh, emptiness. He showed the flickering of life on other planets. The mass of beings that swarm through the empty places of the galaxy. To see such creatures, disconnected from themselves, their world, their place in it, unable to see the currents and how they affected everything around them. He showed me to make me believe in his cause. He convinced me the galaxy, all life, must die. He fed upon its ugliness, its screaming, and in its place, he left silence. And where there was chaos, he brought stillness and order. It was not a thing done with machines or weapons. The Force is far more terrible, and it touches more lives than any machine can hope to slay. For everyone that feels the Force, strongly, deeply, each one feels and perceives it in their own way. You have strengths, whether you know it or not. And my master has his. His power is great, and it comes from hunger. He is a wound in the Force, more presence than flesh. And in his wake, life dies. And those who feel... The Jedi, they succeeded, and my people died. They hope to see the... He cannot deny, and now that the Jedi... They hope to see the threat... He cannot deny, and now that the Jedi are... I will answer what I... My life for you. I will answer what I can.
Ah, tá bom, gente. Vou ver aqui. Lightsaber, energy cell. Ah, tá certo. Duas pontas. Aqui.
You have befriended the seer. Her species does not see as we do. They perceive the galaxy through the Force, and it is how she found you. It is a rare gift squandered on her people. The Sith carry the battle to you, and you spare them. And as we travel, the empty places of this ship are filled.
Mhm.
I hope your thoughts in this matter are clear. If you take her on as a servant, know that the Sith meet their end at the hands of their apprentices. It is not something I would wish to happen to you. This one you have saved has other masters. Though blind, she has ties to darkness. Her presence here is a threat to us, to you. Do not underestimate her or her loyalty.
Hmm.
Perhaps. I am not convinced. Because it was its time. Perhaps you should ask her. Her people are not prone to violence, war, or hatred, yet their planet is obliterated, scoured from the face of the galaxy, and all that remains is a Sith. The Mandalorians were right to respect you on the field of battle. The Jedi are gone, vanished. Now, an entire planet of Force sensitives wiped clean of life. And now this slice of the galaxy is blind. It is no coincidence. The two events are tied. I fear you are right. And I fear it may prove more than that. War is a hunger. And there are spirits in the galaxy
Nihilus.
whose hunger is never satisfied. But there is little to be done about it now. Watch the seer carefully. She may reveal more. Ask. He, if he can truly be called a man any longer, is one of the dark lords that pursues you. I do not think he knows what you are. Not yet. He spared the Miraluka, and that may have been the last shred of feeling that exists within him. Keep his slave close to you. I suspect there was a reason he spared her, and perhaps a reason that she survived when the rest of her people and the Jedi did not. One cannot have power of that magnitude that her master possesses and still think and perceive the universe as we do, as most of us do. I had hoped that you would not have to confront him, but her presence here has changed all that. You will have to meet him in battle. You must be prepared to sacrifice the blinded one. Perhaps her death will buy you the time you need to deal with her master. Entertain what illusions you will. I am too tired to argue them with you. It is a technique that is almost as old as the Sith themselves. It is a means of severing connections between life, the Force, and feeding upon the death it causes. It cannot be taught. It can only be gained through instinct, through experiencing its effects firsthand. Yes, and he fed upon its destruction. It will sustain him for a time. Power? Do you think so? You would be wrong. There is no strength in the hunger he possesses, and the will behind his power is a primal thing, and it devours him as he devours others. His mere presence kills all around him, slowly feeding him. He is already dead. It is simply a question of how many he kills before he falls. Nothing is impossible with the Force. It is an energy that flows through all living things. And like energy, it may be harnessed, channeled, and consumed at times. It may even be a substance that can burn and ignite. Do not think of his power as one would a weapon, or one of your warships of the Republic. It is terrible, but it is still a subtle thing. The sect of assassins that chase you feed on the Force. What he does is simply the pinnacle of what they could achieve in time. And that is why they and their techniques must be wiped out. No one again must experience and learn what her master did. As much as one may use the Force to bolster the wills and strengths of others, the reverse is possible, though not often used.
Instead of sending one's will through connections in the Force, instead such connections are drawn upon, fed upon, and drained completely. Then you understand how terrible such a power is, and why it must be ended. It is an empty road to the dark side, and by traveling it, the price is death before one's time. He is a breach in the Force, capable of consuming the lives of those around him. Sometimes the touch is slow, as it is with his crew. It is not something he can direct or focus, much like hunger itself. He is more of a hole in the Force than a living thing. Force sensitives and worlds rich in the Force draw him. The Miraluka world was one such place. That is why where the Jedi gather, Jedi will die. He will feel it, unless they mask their presence. But Katar called out as a beacon to him, and he could not resist it. And he cares nothing for the Sith, or its teachings, or the Jedi. And when the Jedi are dead, he will feed on the galaxy, the Republic, and eventually consume the Sith as well. There is no future in the empty galaxy he sees, and that is why he must be stopped. The breach must be sealed before his power grows beyond what even we can hope to stop. One cannot have power of that magnitude that her master possesses, and I had hoped you must be Perhaps he is bound to her, as I am bound to you. If so, there may be a death served by hers. You must be prepared to sacrifice the blinded one. Perhaps her death will buy you the... It is a technique that is almost as old as the Sith themselves. It cannot be... Ask. She did nothing to your eyes that was not already there. She has forced this upon you, but such crude methods are the markings of the Sith. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Feel this ship around you. The welding of the droid as it goes about its work. Now, stretch out. Hear the rumble of hyperspace, the hum of the hyperdrive. Ignore distractions and focus on my voice. The breathing of the blinded one as she meditates in the dark. Now, listen deeper past her breathing and listen. As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and... You are strong indeed. What you heard were surface thoughts only, but it is something that masters have trained for years and never learned. That is not the real question you should ask. Is such listening enough to perceive the world around you? It is not, because to listen to the thoughts of another is much like attempting to see the universe only with your eyes. It is equally limiting. Now leave me be. I must rest.
Ixi, você fica pra lá e pra cá, hein, gato? Oxe, deita, meu filho. Vai. Deita, relaxa. Pronto. Ai. É muito diálogo, né?
Have you come with questions? Very well. When I spoke of sight before, there is a similar handicap that tends to occur among those strong in the Force. They neglect their skills. Some believe they no longer need them. The greatest wielders of the Force are those that maintain some grounding to the more physical realities of the universe. Some wielders of the Force have mastered piloting, others the ability to fix and repair and build, from simple moisture vaporators to more complex machines such as droids and vehicles. One's ability to understand the human body and its ailments, for example, can make your powers within the Force more complete, more powerful, when you attempt to repair the cellular damage of another. And others have mastered the more subtle work of politics, persuasion. Do not doubt that a galaxy may be conquered with words, a republic overthrown, and an empire made. When such skills are honed, one's abilities with the Force become that much stronger. My warning to you is this: do not rely on your companions to compensate for your weaknesses in skill. There will be times they will not be there to help you when needed. What skill would you say is your greatest strength? And what skill would you say is your greatest weakness? Then my task before you is this: take your greatest weakness, devote effort to it, strengthen it, and I will show you how it shall strengthen your power in the Force. As you learn and train and test yourself against the galaxy, all your skills have a chance to improve and grow as well. When you devote some of that training to your weakest skill, you will know. Yes? Ask. And does it matter? Perhaps I am. What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not. There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense. I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness. Learn from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest for the future, for the Force. If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice. Ask. I know her as much as I... Ask. And? Did he? And what do you make of that? The Mandalorians were right. The Jedi are gone. I fear you are right. But there is little to... Ask. Nothing more than we already... There is danger.
Tá, e agora?
I don't know what it is, but you look different. It's hard to explain, but it's good to see. It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too. Sounds good to me. You seem pretty calm. Well, it's good to see. You're... Alright, but I'm out of credits, so it's Republic Senate rules. Sure, should... Something up? Alright, but I'm out... That's where we waste a lot of time trading cards and trying to beat each other. But in the end, nobody wins. Everybody loses, and it's like stalemate, except the goal is to pass time until the audience gets bored and... Something up? Alright, what did... Alright, but I'm... Sure.
Oxe.
Something up? All right, but
Tem, cara.
I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something? Why did you decide to fight? I felt the same way. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall. I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them. To give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every Mandalorian's death. Do you know how it felt? I couldn't do that. It was almost as though the battle took control of me, drove me forward. It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me, turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something you wanted me for?
No caso, não brigar, alguma coisa disso. Ah, não. Tem que duelar com a outra. Cadê ela? Droid. Não. Oxe, cadê ela, velho? Aqui.
My life for yours. I will answer what I can.
Que é isso?
Greetings and good day, traveler. On behalf of the Kunda settlement, I am programmed to welcome you to Dantooine. My apologies. I have no recollection of the Sith invasion topic. Error. Memory overflow. Resetting. May I be of any further service to you? Processing. Exterior damage analysis. Level 7 impairment. Multiple casing breaches detected. Bipedal servos misaligned by 32 degrees. Memory storage overflow. Memory unit is approximately 56 months overdue for maintenance.
Nossa.
Greetings, Jedi. Welcome back to Dantooine.
Hey, did that droid just call you a Jedi?
Hum.
May I be of further service to you, Jedi?
No mistake about it. That droid is calling you a Jedi. You are not a Jedi. The droid is malfunctioning.
Greetings, Jedi. May I be of... The local militia occasionally offers employment to qualified soldiers. Speak to Zeron in the Kunda outpost. Additionally, many visitors come to Kunda to explore the ruins for salvage opportunities. The famed ruins of the Jedi Enclave can be found northwest of the Kunda outpost. You may visit the ruins at your own risk. Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous sublevel of the Enclave ruins. My apologies. May I be a... Dantooine is a rural world, far removed from most galactic trade routes. Historically, agriculture has been Dantooine's primary industry. Since the destruction of the Jedi Enclave, salvage of the ruins has become a key area of growth for the local community. Kunda's salvage industry is a main source of income for the local community. At their own risk, salvagers may remove relics from designated salvage areas within the ruins. The fee to remove a relic from Dantooine is proportionate to the appraised value of the item. For more details, speak to Administrator Treina Adare at the Kunda outpost. May I be of... The main area of interest for visitors is the Kunda outpost. There you will find the local officials who preside over the Dantooine colony. Administrator Treina Adare and militia leader Zeron. Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous sublevel of the Enclave ruins. Due to reduced militia manpower, several dangerous beasts overpopulate the more rural areas of Dantooine. For more information, speak with Zeron in the Kunda outpost. The Kunda outpost is just outside this landing facility. May I be of any further service to you? My memory banks recognize you as a Jedi. You are among many Jedi who were trained in the Academy here at the Enclave, prior to its destruction during the Sith invasion. You are on the register as one of the Jedi who left the Enclave to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. My memory has no record of your return before now. Approximately 5 years ago, the Dark Jedi Malak and his Sith fleet assaulted Dantooine. The surprise of the initial orbital bombardments prevented any resistance from the surface. The attack destroyed much of the Jedi Enclave, leaving only the sublevel partially intact. The Sith attack also concentrated heavily on some obscure ruins to the south, but the reason for this is unknown. You are on the register as one of the Jedi who left the Enclave to fight in the... May I be of relief? The local militia additionally... If you will...
do you want? I don't have... Well, you don't look like a damn mercenary, and you don't smell like a stinking farmer. Why else would you be here? Not sure what they're doing here other than causing trouble. There's not really much work here for mercenaries. Maybe they're here to collect the bounty on that Jedi. I don't know for sure, but that's what they say. Oh, you know, the folks around Kunda. Go there yourself and get the details firsthand. You'll find the Kunda outpost just outside the landing port.
Acho que não tem arma nenhuma. Ué. Não tem arma nenhuma. Mas é. Tá. Muito. I agree with that. Mm. O que é isso? Ok.
Charanana gundoso remina que lorak guru katpada. Manama treta sobre barak drun. Deru into runto wakare koe wap gere. Deru into runto wakare. Tere wana jun konat. Deru into runto wak. Tere wana jun. Deru into runto wakare. Tere wana jun. Deru into runto wak. Deru into runto wak.
Hey, get away from that door. The last time somebody messed with it, it was locked down for months before we could fix it.
What do you want now? Kunda used to be Old Man Matali's estate, but he didn't do so well during the war. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government. I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't that many settlers on Dantooine. This building is the start of something new for us. We're working on it. Is there anything else? She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attacked, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here would be We'd had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. But after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering. The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a bandit is just a vibra-blade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done, the farmers give them goods, money, food. There have also been a lot of a farmer here and there, or a family. So there are a lot of
Don't cause any more trouble for Dantooine. Had enough of it for a lifetime.